It's official. The Kansas City Royals introduced a new designated hitter, Kendrys Morales, today. The club's hopeful that he can fill that void left behind Billy Butler, who was lost in free agency. Now, Morales agreed to a 2-year, $17 million deal, but much like the offseason acquisitions, the veteran slugger is coming off a down season with the Twins and also the Mariners, where he just hit .218 and 8 homers with also 42 RBIs. Not exactly the type of numbers you'd like to see coming from your DH. Now, next year, Sporting Park will host the CONCACAF Gold Cup for the 4th time. The 12-team tournament begins in July in Texas, then moves to Massachusetts before landing right here in Kansas City. The tournament includes top-ranked Costa Rica, Mexico, and of course the U.S. Two guys who will certainly be familiar with the surroundings are Sporting Kansas City's Graham Zusi and Matt Beasler, who are now part of the U.S. men's national team. And as we move on to NASCAR, NASCAR and Sprint are splitting up. Their contract ends in 2016. The season and Sprint have decided to end its title sponsorship to work on its core business priorities. Sprint has been associated with NASCAR's Top Series since 2008. From KNBC 9 Sports, I'm Adam Orduna. The Green Bay Packers are off to another NFC title game. They knocked off the Dallas Cowboys today with a win 26-21. Tony Romo needing a win today to cement his legacy, and it looked good early on. After Green Bay jumped out first with this Andrew Corliss touchdown reception, Romo and the boys scored 14 straight points. Tyler Klutz caught his first NFL touchdown, and then Terrence Williams picked up right where he left off last week. After finding the end zone twice Sunday, he was back there again today. This one from 38 yards out. Dallas was up 14-7. Green Bay cut it to 14-13 with a pair of field goals before Dallas opened up an 8-point lead, but that wouldn't last. Green Bay scored 2 touchdowns in the final 17 minutes, a 46-yard Devontae Adams touchdown, and Richard Rodgers also added an exclamation point with his 13 yards from Rodgers. Dallas had a shot facing a 4th and 2, and they went for it all. Des Bryant looked like he came down with the football down at the 1-yard line, but head coach Mike McCarthy for the Packers would use his last challenge, and that call would be reversed. Green Bay prevails and would head to Seattle next Sunday. 45 years ago today, the Chiefs won their first and only Super Bowl, and our very own Len Dawson led KC to the title in Tulane Stadium in New Orleans. Otis Taylor was on the receiving end of Len's only touchdown pass that afternoon. Not only was Super Bowl IV the final AFL-NFL game, it was also the game that Coach Hank Stram coined the phrase, "Just keep matriculating the ball down the field, boys." 68 toss power trap became the most legendary play in Chiefs history on that day as well. Since that Super Bowl win, the Chiefs have just won 3 playoff victories. The last one coming on January 16, 1994, when Joe Montana led KC to 28-20 victory over the Houston Oilers. Rex Ryan is expected to be the new head coach of the Buffalo Bills. Reports say that he will be making $5.5 million per year. Not bad for a head coach that has an overall record of 50-52 and finished off last season with the Jets at 4-12. Ryan spent the last 6 seasons with New York. KNBC 9 Sports, I'm Adam Orduna.